Yeah, holy crap, wow. So I really gotta hand it to the Elite Boom guys. They've got guns on their heads, and they fire them, and they like show no signal of like any type of pain or whiplash at all from doing that. Maybe they get a headache from it, and that's maybe it. But they're a shy guy. If they're wearing a mask, we can never tell. Like maybe the cannonball or the cannon is on the top of their head because they have really stubby arms. I mean, look at a shy guy's arms. Look at how stubby those things are.
Yeah, I don't even know how he's holding that gun. That's a good point.
Yeah, okay, maybe it's not that bad of a design decision because their hands are so small, the only place to put a gun is on top of their head. Maybe it would have been a bit more convenient to just have, like, the cannons on wheels. I've never seen a bullet bill launcher on wheels yet in the Mario series. That actually would be a pretty brilliant idea. Alright, before we continue on to the next turn, there's a whole lot of question mark blocks that we gotta pick up here that we missed along the way. Rolling around at the speed of bros and across all these pegs. Wow, that does not look comfortable at all. But we got yet another Big POW badge. Now, I don't mind if I've gotten 2 extra Big POW badges. That's pretty cool. But one problem is, like with Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, unless they initiate a bro attack, they can't experience the positive effects of Big POW. So it's not like I can't put Big POW badges on all 4 of the bros. I totally would if I could, but then I have to get the babies to do a bro attack of some kind, and they normally can't unless you have a down bro. But if you have a down bro, they can't join in battle.
Plus, that would be kind of cheatery. It would be pretty OP. That would like break the game, especially with just how much damage they could dish out. Yeah.
Yeah, if I could get the babies to power up with the Big POW as well in a boss battle, they would be getting down really quickly. So you can bet your sweet butt I would totally be using all 4 Big POWs that I currently have if I could make decent use out of all of them. So as an interesting question here, we've been in these caves, and the enemies we saw before we saw the big Elite Boom guys were, well, we were seeing the dark boos, which makes sense. Okay, dead boos, but dead things, essentially. Then these caskets, Egyptian caskets, basically, that are sniffets, essentially. And then just shy guys. So, Elite Boom guys, they aren't dead, they aren't buried. But these other guys, dead, buried. These Elite Boom guys are on some kind of an expedition down here to stop Mario and Luigi? That doesn't quite make sense. They must be here for another reason. They can even call for help. Like that. Ooh, darn. And just like regular Boom guys, they have 2 versions of their attack, where they'll either shoot a bullet at you right away, or hesitate on you. And I've yet to see exactly what is the tell on whether they're hesitating or not. Other than that, if you jump right at the right time, you can just jump a second time and you'll dodge the hesitated bullet bill attack, which is what I was trying to do there. Alright, there we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and show off something here. I'm going to go ahead and start the fire flower here. I'm going to go ahead and use the baby version of the attack to hit some more of the airborne enemies. In this case, that would be the snifferoos. Interestingly enough, if you attack a snifferoo with the fire flower, they become a Egyptian sniffet, essentially. And they only shoot 1 bullet at you instead of 2. They also lose their rocket attack, which I haven't really shown off too much. It was shown off a couple of times where we were talking about other things, but they'll get in their casket, they'll fly all over the place, and then they'll eventually just attack one of the bros. And depending on how they do the loop-de-loop, depends on which bro they go after, actually. I believe I do show it off one more point in this video, so if they do, I'll point it out. And there we go, some more level ups. Grr. Only +1. Anyway, there's a whole lot of warp pipe. Oh, I already entered that warp pipe there. Darn it, I'm losing track. I'm losing track. We entered that warp pipe already. Some of them are full of sand, some of them are just open, and we just toss babies into them. You wanna know why? Because they have things in them.
Yeah, the babies can get all the things out because, you know, they're nice and small and can grab things, and then, you know, they can jump out like babies can jump.
Anyway, we need to use that machine down below to get these platforms to move to allow us to actually cross the gaps here. Now, interestingly enough, we could actually have the adult bros stop rotating the system to cause the platforms to just straight stop, which actually makes this puzzle way easier because these platforms start moving quickly, as you can see.
Kicky? Quickly? Kicky?
Quickly. But I like a challenge. I wanted to do this with the platforms moving all the way. We have to hit 3 blocks in the room.
You can do it, Milesluigi. Just hit the blocks after you hit the button.
There we go. And by doing that, that allows us to proceed onwards.
Onwards, my noble steed. Okay, that was terrible. I know, I'm sorry. I'll never do that again.
Okay. There's a whole bunch of vines that we have to cross here. Once again, thank goodness, you know, we're Mario and Luigi. We aren't like some adventurer that would die like instantly the moment they touched a single one of those brambles.
Okay, what the hell is that? That is a freaking pipe block? That puts up a pipe? What is that? Yeah? No, that's not how that works. How does that work?
We've been seeing them like throughout the entire game.
Why have I just now noticed this?
They allow you to reunite the 2 brother groups. You see one, and if you're controlling just the babies, you can unite the adult brothers, and if you're with the adult brothers, you can reunite them with the babies. And yeah, they cause a pipe to just materialize.
Okay, either I didn't care, or I really haven't been paying attention.
In this case, I think it's actually both, because we've been seeing them since, I think, video 1, maybe 2.
Okay, probably my ignorance. Probably I didn't care, but I just now decided I care, so guess what? I care.
There we go. It's a good thing that there are all those holes in the floor of the Coliseum, just because we're really deep underground right now, and it's still pretty decently well lit.
Which is technically impossible and shouldn't happen.
It really shouldn't happen, but I mean, look at this. There's like 2 beams of light coming down here. That's really nicely lighting this area down here, actually. It's a good thing we can see. Otherwise, we'd have to get a flashlight and, you know, play Luigi's Mansion.
No, most likely there is no flashlights in this. It would be a candle. That's how it always works.
Oh,
because your batteries are dead, or a lantern. You gotta go find a candle, and then you gotta stick it in the lantern. Then you gotta keep the candle lit by finding more candles. Old dungeon crawlers for the win.
Or get lantern oil.
How am I supposed to get that? I'm in the middle of a cave. At least I could have a candle.
Fair point. But I guess the fact that Coliseum's going to collapse, or is at the brink of collapsing anyway, is actually good for us. Anyway, because I have pre-recognition of when the next boss battle is, I'm just going to go ahead and put on big pal badges. Though it is relatively obvious because you enter into this pipe, and then there's a save block right there, and if you look at the upper screen map, you see how there's kind of like this giant arena up ahead.
Intent boss battle incoming.
It's pretty obvious. Anyway, they actually hide a beam in one of the beams of lights, which I'm like, oh hey, actually they use the light for something other than making a really inconsistent cave system that's on the brink of collapse. Awesome.
So is that considered a holy bean then? Because it was found in a beam of light?
Yes, that is a holy bean. We shall sing the praises of this bean. Unfortunately, Fawful will still only see it as one bean, that bastard.
We'll just have to take it on a holy pilgrimage to the Pope then.
Okay. Anyway, we're in a giant room and one conspicuous block in the center of the room that just has a coin in it, but that triggers a cutscene.
Baby Luigi's about to get eaten. Eat him. Eat him. Oh, he's crying. Oh, he's done. Damn, Mario had to save him.
Incoming boss battle alert. It's Petey Piranha! There we go. This guy is actually a pretty hefty boss battle out of all the boss battles. He's actually really fast because he's attacking first, which I think is first for a boss battle for me, because I've been normally attacking first every time. But Petey Piranha, speedy little bastard, gets the first attack in. But one of his big attacks that he does is he throws the little stand balls at the Mario Brothers. And that one, I gotta admit, the stand balls come at you really quick and is pretty difficult to dodge, in my personal opinion. So
don't we have to be careful because he swallowed Princess Peach? So if we beat him up too much, he might split open and everybody comes pouring out like ooze. Because, technically they should be digesting right now.
That would be a scary thought. But there we go. Let's go ahead and get our big POW badges up and working and watch Petey Piranha just fly up near the top of the screen and then cannonball down, and there we go. Now I actually dodged the attack. And there we go. Now I can dish out some heavy damage. We got these earlier in the cave and I didn't get too great of a chance to talk about it. Trampolines. This attack is another never-ending attack for until you mess up, which lets you just continually pound in a boss. Basically, you have to watch which bro is dropping on the top screen and then press the right button. And it starts off really easy, but then bros start dropping really quickly, like this. Thankfully, after you mess up, you still are able to finish off the attack, like I just did right there. Trampolines are really good at dishing out a lot of damage, though the attack, just like the chomp, or the smash chomp, it could take quite a while, or pocket chomps. It could just take a while to do this attack because it's just continual, okay, attack, 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 attack. Basically, this game has a lot of items that function just like Power Bounce does in Paper Mario and Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. And then just like the attack can just take forever. There we go. So Petey Piranha is now going to enter into a new phase where he is right now actually trying to eat us through the sand. Didn't quite work, so now we get to see one of his other attacks whenever he decides to bury himself into the sand, which is literally this piranha plant on a tongue, on a block. You just have to hit it back and forth repeatedly, just like that. Anyway, obviously we no longer want to jump on this guy, because that would be really bad. So let's go ahead and use some Pro Fire Flowers. This is actually the first boss I'm aware of that explicitly has like a definite weakness, an affinity weakness, because the Petey Piranha is weak to Fire Flowers. And since we currently can't jump on Petey Piranha, even though the Fire Flowers don't do as much damage as trampolines or stuff like that, it's definitely in our interest to wall up on him with the Fire Flowers right now. There we go. I do like this fact though, we are in the past currently, and Petey Piranha is a character that appears in the future, and he doesn't age at all. Petey Piranha is like one of those plants that just never ages, period, end of story. And good gracious, Petey Piranha, this attack isn't working. Why do you keep trying it? But like, we could go 1,000 years, Mario, Luigi, like future Super Adventures, which like the great generation later of Mario and Luigi and Princess Peach were like now attacking a future Koopa Kid. And oh look, Petey Piranha's there because Petey Piranha never ages.
Well, he is a plant after all, and plants really don't age per se. They could grow and have a baby. I don't know where I'm going with this. Point being is, plants are plants.
Plants are plants. It's a shame because ever since the Wii came out, Nintendo hasn't been using Petey Piranha for like anything at all, and they used to put like Petey Piranha in every game too.
Really?
So Petey,
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did actually. Okay, fair enough. Fair point.
Anyway, Petey Piranha did just kind of explode how you told me he would explode, or she would explode, or whatever gender.
Can we tell if it's a he or she? That's interesting.
So we got a Cobalt Star Shard. We got Kylie Koopa. Unfortunately, there's kind of someone missing.
Oh crap, Princess got fully digested and we killed her. Let's just pull that giant key out of freaking nowhere.
Deus Ex key? That's a giant key. Anyway, since you were kind of in the same gut as Princess Peach, was in, like, what happened to her? Princess Peach actually got regurgitated.
Regurgitated?
I have no clue how the Shroobs convinced Petey Piranha to regurgitate Princess Peach. I wouldn't want to regurgitate her.
Maybe it was her dress and her perfume. It tasted gross, so he went, "Blah."
Maybe it was indigestion so bad he's just like, oh, I can't handle this anymore. Blah. Alright, so this little, like, patch in the wall is now visible, and we can go ahead and crack it and continue on forward into the cave. So we got that giant key, but we're not going to use it here specifically. We're instead just going to press the switch, and in which we're now in a jail cell, and oh look, there we go. Mission complete. Let's go home. Uh-oh.
Nope! I saw that coming. So saw that coming. And everybody faints.
And let's go back to the present.
What?
Yep.
How's that work?
We went to a warp?
Everybody fainted. Fuck.
There's obviously some plot holes here. So we fainted, then warp, then Princess Peach's room, and she has a shroom on her face.
She's boned. One of them. One of them. One of them. Dun 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 dun.
The princess is quote-unquote safe, though she has a giant mushroom on her head, and no one knows what to do about it.
Rip it off! It's gonna go into her brain, and she's gonna turn into one of them.
Alright, well, before we fully call it apart, let's go ahead and just check out a couple other things that we can take care of before we continue on with the story. I'm not going to actually proceed on with the story any further, because it's been quite a long recording session. But specifically, I am interested in what the shop is selling now. Provided the shop's not that way, Milesluigi. There we go. That's much better. Alright, here we go. So if we take a look at the new gear that is available, we have a couple of interesting badges. None of them are particularly, at least in my personal opinion, like super useful, but dude, it's kind of nice. That counter badge is pretty cool, increased damage on counter attacks. No new gear though. Or pants. The new pants was the pair of that tissue pants that, like, we don't want to wear, because why would you wear tissue pants? We do have a new bro item available though, copy flower. I'll definitely have to show that off in a future part. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy one. Unfortunately, that's a really expensive bro item. Rightfully so when you see it too. In any case, that should about do it. Next time on Let's Play Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time, we are gonna go down south. We're gonna see what Toadsworth wants to show us, because, you know, Toadsworth and Toadsworth wants to show Mario and Luigi something. So we'll have to check that out next time.
It's his insurance quotes that we just got done doing.
We broke the Koopa Kappa Coliseum 20 years ago, and now the insurance claims are flying through.
Yeah, because they didn't know who did it. Now they know. We're boned.
We're boned. Unfortunately, the rest of the game, Mario and Luigi go to jail, and then the Shroops take over everything because of insurance.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Yep. Anyway, this has been Milesluigi.
Yeah, this has been the Evil Pop-Tart.
See you next time.
Giant jars of Nutella.